What's up, guys? Zan from Forward Progress Madden. This video I'm going to break down a game in the C4 360 NCAA Majors. Now, I have Texas A&M, and I'm going to be running the power spread that I run with Oregon. It's first game using it in league with Texas A&M. A&M actually has some pretty good personnel to run this with. Jamil Showers is their starting quarterback. He's a sophomore with 87 speed. And if he goes down, they've got a backup freshman with 90 speed. So as far as the option portion of it goes, A&M's perfect. They've got a powerful downhill runner in Christine Michael. You'll see that he gets it going a little bit in this game as well. Their wide receivers are possession receivers. They don't really have a burner. I use Ryan Swope, who's their impact wide receiver, as my flanker, and then I use Mike Henry a lot as my split end. During the course of this game, I actually audibled Henry to my split end and used Swope as the flanker simply to give mismatch on the run side. So if teams happen to play down on the strength of the offense, then I would have Henry over the top as a potential target because he's 6'5" and 90 speed. So he's a big player, and he's a big part of the offense when you need big third and long and fourth and long conversions. He's important. So as you see here, I jumped out quick to a 7-0 lead and then got him to turn the ball over on downs. So we're feeling pretty good here in the first quarter. We go ahead and we hit this little bubble screen against his shake defense and go in for 6 points here in a 14-0 lead after the extra point. Start of his third drive, I'm really just going for the kill. A&M on defense actually does not have a lot of speed. Not the best team to run a coverage-based defense with, as you see here. Guys can get behind them. Fortunately, South Carolina's quarterback, Shaw, did not have a good game against me. Here I'm just playing way too soft underneath and allow that angle to get open. I take the approach with A&M that I would rather take the risk of the blitz getting to the quarterback before he can get the ball out deep than me sitting back and letting them pick me apart. As you can see here, he did get over the top. Carolina gets into the red zone, and I go ahead and I run a coverage-based defense, and I sit back waiting for him to scramble, and I click off, and my guy just doesn't react. So he picks up a nice quarterback scramble to make it a 14-7 lead. Back on offense, I go ahead and just get that read option going. I use that dart technique that I broke down in a previous video. Here I keep the ball with Showers on the read and take, about a 35-40 yard run down into South Carolina territory. Here I just see him overplay the speed option, and I go ahead and cut it back inside for a big gain. Then anytime he's got those corners back off of my outside receivers, I go ahead and I go to my quick pass play, which is the curl. First down and 2 from his 2. Michael actually fumbles the ball, but one of my linemen dives on it to give me a 14-point lead here in the second quarter. As you see, I'm just sending guys at him. I don't care. I don't have the coverage, and I know it. So you're better off just sending guys. Send one more than he has blocking. So you'll see a lot of 5- and 6-man rushes from me here, as he really is just focused on getting the ball to that big receiver there that is playing on the left side of the screen. So as you see, he's taking downfield shots left and right, and this was a killer. I really felt like that would have been the end of the game if he doesn't complete that. I am going to get a stop here, but I feel like if I would have had the ball in his territory with a 14-point lead, it would have just taken a lot more out of him emotionally than him picking up the big 4th and 18 against me. So here I'm just running coverage defense, and he has nowhere to throw it. And my 2-man rush gets to him, and we put him in 4th and 16. And you're going to see that him not taking points in this game comes back and really bites him in the rear, because he just doesn't have anywhere that... He doesn't have anywhere to throw here. He should have just taken his points. He knew I wasn't going to send guys at him. I would drop everybody deep on this. So back on offense, Showers, read option, bust it outside, down the sideline. This Oregon offense, well, I actually run it out of the Ohio State playbook, but I found it in the Oregon book first. Oregon does a lot of wing stuff in real life, and then Ohio State with Urban Meyer down there now actually has a lot of wing stuff that we should see Ohio State run. So The option's really giving South Carolina trouble, and we have a 21-point lead, but South Carolina's not going to quit. Here, again, just sending guys at him. We don't want him to have all day in the pocket. I'm willing to risk him, you know, getting the deep ball over me and only having guys on islands, but I do not want to sit back in two-man under and still feel hopeless. So at least sending something at him will do something. So halftime, got a 21-point lead, feeling really good, and the doors kind of fall off here on the Texas A&M bus here, if you will. So again, here's the coverage defense, and guys are just getting open over the top. Fortunately, we make a nice play there defensively. So I get back to the rushing him. I don't want to sit back in a ton of coverage, but if the time presents itself, I will. Here I get a little over-aggressive and forget about his running back. He hits him on a nice little wheel pattern out of the backfield. And he really likes this this tight flex. So there he is, that big number 82 on Carolina again. Here I set up the right play call. My guy just didn't make a play in the backfield. And here Carolina goes for 2, and it's again an example of not taking the points, and I think this is what ultimately beat him in this game. As you can see here, he had nowhere to go when I ran the coverage defense, but that's simply because, you know, it's a short field. He doesn't have anywhere to throw deep on me. So getting back to this downhill style of running attack, you throw it to Swope, and his corner makes a good play here. 4th and 3. I feel like this player was open, just didn't make the good throw. Use the total control passing, and Showers threw it out of bounds. That's one of the negatives with Showers. You know, sometimes you get that with the lesser quarterback. So, but back on defense, just sending guys at him again. We get him to throw the ball up a few times, and we should have had a couple picks here, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out like that. And again, 82 is just killing us. So hopefully, once we get in the red zone, my idea was that we could make the field so short that the face throw wasn't an option for him, but he does a good job here, hitting an underneath out pattern, and he's inside of my 6-yard line. So here he goes to the fade, not as effective as normal. Plus Floyd Raven on A&M is like Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, 6'2", big, fast, strong defensive back. He does get the touchdown, and he goes for 2 again, and I pick it off. So he's cost himself the 3 points that he turned over on downs in the first half, and then 2 extra points here. So 5 in the game. We'll see if those come back to haunt him. Here we get that little screen pass again to Michael. Big weapon for me in the game. Again, the speed option with those guys pinned to the inside, 6 guys in between the tackles. Of course, I'm going to take an outside option look at him. As you can see here, he's starting to stop me with a 3-3-5 base defense, and that's something that I'm going to make sure that I lab going into future games, especially if I have to face this player in the playoffs, because I know that he'll be going to the 3-3-5 to stop this option attack. I go ahead and I just take 3, take a 12-point lead. I'm going to go ahead and take my points in this game because I'm feeling a little bit out of sync here. Excuse me, I've kind of got a head cold if you can't notice. But here, just playing a little bit more coverage, and this is an example right here. I felt like B had me. If he would have stepped up and made a throw to B, he probably could have completed it, but Shaw threw it in the dirt, so we can deal with it. Here, I just can't. That pass play, I couldn't tell if his receiver got a foot in, but it is what it is. We have a 12-point lead. Played a little bit more coverage. I wanted, honestly, right here to take his time downfield, but still, Sanders gets open over the top, and all of a sudden he's in my red zone. This play is a nightmare. Lattimore played behind his line. It was like he's playing hide-and-seek with me and just leaked out the left side. Here he goes for 2 again, and he gets it back. So the net points that he's lost is now at -4 instead of -5, because he picked up the extra 1 on the 2-point conversion. So going back to the read option, trying to chew the clock but still stay aggressive to an extent. Not taking a whole lot of time off the clock because I know that my offense is out of sync. And here I'm just really trying to keep myself in field goal range because I know if I kick another field goal, I've got a 7-point lead. 3rd and 13, I go to the pass. This is that example to Evans. He got a jump animation but just didn't get up high enough, and I settle for my 3 points. The reason I threw it on 3rd and 13 instead of making him waste his timeout is I felt that Evans one-on-one to win the game was a good option there, especially knowing that I had the field goal in hand on 4th down. So his last drive of the game, I get a huge sack on 1st down. 2nd down, one of his tackles does not get his blocking assignment and lets a free rusher off the edge. I really didn't set up anything special there. And now he's facing 3rd and 14. Completes a nice corner route to the tight end, and here's the ball game right here. I go ahead and I put a couple spies on the field so he can't really scramble on me. And when he throws it to his wide receiver there, the spy just gets his hand up, and A&M goes out victorious. It was a real good game. This is a player that I've had very good games with going back several years. So, it's one of those games where I never know quite what I'm going to get. He takes some from me, I take some from him. Always a good game. The stats are here at the end. Go ahead and check it out and let me know what you think of the offense, what needs fine-tuned, and what I can improve on. All right, guys. Thanks.